guys, this is home sweet home for the next 3 days. We are down to St. George at Sports Village. So we are unit number 5. Caleb already had a chance to shower. If you guys watched the earlier part of this video, you saw the jumps and the flips and somersaults they were all doing in the sand, so we're trying to all get cleaned up. This is the living room for this week.
Dude, I might not even pull that out.
TV. That's kind of what I figured. There's a kitchen area over there. Andrew's got a cookie hanging out of his mouth. And then this is the bedroom that Hannah and Jordan will share this double bed on the bottom. Hello. Andrew's got the top bunk.
I'm unpacking.
There's our little patio with the grill. And then Rhonda and I will have this room in here. Bathroom's in there. Somebody's already in there taking a shower, so we won't interrupt them. And here's looking out the window to the rest of the facility. Unfortunately, because of the coronavirus, everything is closed down. Pool's closed down, clubhouse is closed down. But there is a sand volleyball court, and we asked the person that we reserved through if it was okay to use that. They said yes. So now you know where we're hanging out, guys. Oh, day 2, everybody, of our trip. We're back in Zions Park. I'm just about out of SD room on this card, so probably won't do a lot of filming today, but it's such a beautiful area. We're just off the highway as you come in. See cars going by. We're gonna go down here to the Virgin River, which is the river that carves Zion Canyon, and check out the river for a second. Alright, coming out to this first little tiny waterfall here. I say little tiny because there's not a lot of water coming down, but there's nothing tiny about that. Look at that. That is a long free fall. You see that water free falling? And it hits this ledge right here. A few people out and about practicing their social distancing. We're getting ready to head up the canyon a little more. Come around this tree and let you see it. That's the direction we're headed, up the canyon. The water coming down into this big alcove here.
There's a bug down there.
Everybody, I know that 1 3-hour hike in Zions is almost an insult if that's all you're showing on a video for Zions National Park. But with the coronavirus and the closures, a lot of the main trails that we normally would hike weren't available. You couldn't go to them. So hopefully you enjoyed the brief look into Zions that you got. I want to wrap up the video with the Minute on the Mountain and the channel shout out. The channel that I want to shout out today is Pax-a-Lot. As a fellow Utahan. In fact, he told me that his boys graduated from the same high school that I went to, Lehigh High School here in Utah. He does a lot of backpacking. He did a great southern Utah trip earlier this year. Some really good video on that. So I'll put a link to his channel down in the description. Again, that's Pax-a-Lot. So please check him out. Tell him Minute on the Mountain sent you. The Minute on the Mountain for today is from John 17. I've been going through the book of John with some other guys in our men's group at church. And there's a part in verse 13 where Jesus prays for his disciples, and he prays that they might experience the fullness of his joy. I want you to think about that for just a minute. I mean, Jesus was a man of sorrows, is how he's described in Isaiah in a prophecy about him. But Jesus experienced more joy than you and I will ever experience. He never had sin that weighed him down. He never had sin that caused guilt or shame. He had a perfect, unbroken relationship with God the Father. He knew that he was always in the Father's will. That would just bring in a joy that I don't think you and I will ever experience, at least this side of heaven. But that was his prayer for the disciples, that they would experience the fullness of his joy. And I think he has that same desire for you and me. I think he desires that we would experience the fullness of his joy. And there's nothing more joyful than having close relationship with God, walking in his will, doing what we know he wants us to do. So I hope that brings you encouragement today. I hope maybe that challenges you a little bit. Thanks so much for coming along, guys, and I hope that you have the fullness of his joy the rest of this week.